how to make more money in less time. Are you interested? If you are, listen up. Hi Forex traders, Andrew Mitchem here, the owner of the Forex Trading Coach and video and podcast number 248, and I'm going to talk about how you can make more in less time. Of course, everybody's interested in that, and that as traders is basically what we're aiming for. So there's several things you can do initially that I'll talk about, and then I'll talk about the main point. So as an example, you can trade the longer time frame charts, which is predominantly what I do myself and what I teach. The other thing you can do is you can look at taking a trade only upon the completion of a candle. And again, that's the way that I trade myself. So when a candle closes, that's when I'm looking at taking a trade. What that means is you need less chart time, because you know when a 1 hour chart candle is going to close, or a 4 hour or a daily chart candle. You know when that's going to close. So those are the times that you need to be at your computer having a look at potential trade setups. But the other thing you can do, and that's what I want to talk about on this lesson, is using something called set and forget. It's very, very easy to do, and it's something that unfortunately a lot of traders do not do. So if you want to make more in less time, set and forget is the answer. So let's talk about that. See, the way that I like to trade is I like to remove emotions from my trading as much as possible, because psychologically trading does affect you. If you're on a demo, you probably haven't experienced that too much yet, but when you go live, it's real money, it's happening now. You know, you're making dollars and cents or pounds or yen, or whatever you're trading, but you are making money now in real time. You can get very excited when you make some good profitable trades. You can get very down, and when you have some losing trades, because it hurts, you're losing money. So the way to try and eliminate that is use what I call set and forget. You see a trade set up, you know exactly how you're going to enter the trade, whether it be a retracement order, using buy or sell limit orders like I do. You can use market orders, stop orders, whatever it is that you want to do as part of your strategy. Now, I can certainly help you with that, but whatever you want as your strategy, you know what type of technical setup you're looking for, you know when you're going to enter, where you're going to enter, and where your stop loss and profit targets are. So therefore, you know your position sizing, you know your total risk. That's all under control. But the problem is you still need to allow that trade time to do its thing. And the beauty of set and forget is if you have all those things under control, the set amount of risk, and you have a strategy that works, you know that probability suggests that if this trade is a good trade setup, then the likelihood of the stop loss holding and the profit target being hit are quite high. Otherwise, you wouldn't have taken the trade in the first place. So set and forget. What that means is you put the trade on, you have confidence in your ability, you have confidence in your strategy, and you leave the trade alone. Less time, less emotions, less fiddling with the trades. How many times have you seen trades that you've sort of overmanaged, and you come back like later and you go, oh, if only I've left it, if only I've let the trade do its thing, given it time, it got to my profit target, but I decided to close out some of that trade way too early, or close the whole lot out, or it started going against me, so I just pressed that button as quick as I could, and I got out with, like 0.1% gain instead of maybe a 1% gain. If I'd left it, it would have made another 0.9% more on that trade, but I didn't, and so set and forget is so very, very important. And it can really help make more gains. To give you an example, I took 3 trades on my live webinar with clients just yesterday. One was a 12-hour chart trade, it lost. The other was a 6-hour chart trade, it worked beautifully and made full profit. The other was a 1-hour chart trade. Now, I finished that webinar at 10 p.m. my local time here in New Zealand, and I just, after the webinar, I started uploading the webinar, etc. But I didn't go back to the charts again. I'd taken the trade, I had all 3 of them, I had my known risk, which was under control. I had my stop losses in, my profit targets in. I woke up this morning and 2 out of those 3 trades had made profit, and I'd made a really good overall net gain by having 2 profitable trades, 1 losing trade. And so I didn't do any more work in those trades. I went to bed. I woke up this morning and saw that I'd made quite a significant amount of money from a webinar that I had taken and trades that I'd taken at 10 p.m. local time. And I looked at my charts at about 7 o'clock this morning and thought, fantastic. I had my stop losses in place. I had my profit target in place. I had my risk controlled. I've made money. Didn't mean to say I was up at 2 o'clock in the morning fiddling with a trade and getting emotions involved or any of that type of thing. I didn't need to do that because I have confidence in the strategy. Set and forget is the best way for you to make more money with less time. As a trader, that's all we want, and that's what we're striving for. Set and forget's the way to go. Hope this helps. And this is Andrew Mitchem, the Forex Trading Coach. I'll see you this time next week for more trading tips and information. Bye for now.